Hey guys, Jonathan Kellard here. I wanted to talk a little bit today just about, being convicted with your business, with your product, what you're doing. I think, I know that when you're convinced that what you're offering that client is going to solve their problem that you're there to help fix, then they move ahead. The main reason why people don't move ahead is they don't believe that the product is going to help them get ahead. So they're more convicted that the product is not going to help them, then you're able to convey the product's going to help them. So, some people, they try and sell me stuff. They're like, this is going to work. This is the best, medical discovery since penicillin, and it's going to do amazing things for your body. You're going to grow hair where you want to grow it. You're going to lose hair where you want to lose it. You're going to drop weight, gain gains. You're going to make everything happen. I'm like, you're not convincing me. They're just saying a bunch of stuff, so they know that. They know they're just saying stuff because it's what they heard and they just got excited about it. And they're just like, they're not convinced about it. They're just excited about it. There's a difference, guys. You have to know that what you're doing is going to fix that person's problem. If you're with a qualified buyer who has a problem that you're able to fix, you have to know that. And so sometimes you got to know that. You got to be convinced by asking them more questions. A lot of people, they just start spewing information, start spewing data and material about their product without finding out what's important to me and what I'm looking for right now with my life, and and with your life and whoever else, the buyer's life. So they don't really know what the problem is. I got people telling me, this is going to help you lose weight. Honestly, I'm not really concerned about losing weight right now or not. It's really not a priority in my life. I've got other health things that are a priority in my life. And if you would ask me questions about what's priority to me and get that information out, possibly your product could help fill that gap. But because people aren't willing to listen and ask questions, they're not able to identify what the problem is and then be convinced that that's going to help that person make a difference and fix their issues, or at least get them on path to fixing their issues, right? So I think you got to make sure you're convinced, but the only way you can be convinced is by knowing what you're actually doing. Knowing, having your skill level up on your product, on your solution, on your offering, but then also knowing what that customer wants so that you can fit it into those needs. Listen, not everyone's your client. I know we all believe that, listen, it's the best product. It's amazing. Everyone needs our help. Everyone needs this, but that's just not the fact. Not everybody wants the help. It's different. A lot of people probably need your product, probably need your help, but not everybody wants it. And you're not able to worry about those guys. You got to look for those clients who want your help, identify those needs, and then move them forward. And that's where it comes down to. Once you've identified their needs, it's you being convinced that you're able to fix their problems. You're able to fix what's broken and provide a solution for them. That's where that comes into. That's where you start being convinced of what needs to happen, what you need to do. And then you start communicating with them. So that's where you start overcoming the objections, answering their questions, helping them move forward, making that stuff happen. So hope you guys get convinced on your product, whatever you got to do. If you got to, use your product for a period of time, if you got to start, first of all, you should be your number one client. That's just the bottom line. Whatever product you're selling, you should be your number one client. Using everything, doing everything, knowledgeable everything. You should be able to handle it. Everything you need, you should be doing that. And then from there, then you can start explaining and having conviction, because you're gonna see the difference in your own life, so you can then be convinced about the difference other people are going to experience as well too. So that's what I'd say. Is you gotta get convinced, guys and gals, about what you're selling, what you're talking about. You got to know it. You got to believe it. That no matter what, every time you talk to a client, you've done everything you could to get them to move forward. And not everyone's going to move forward, but you know that you're convinced that you did every possible thing. Everything possible that you could do to make that client move forward. At that point, when you leave that meeting, knowing that you did everything you could, that's fine. You can leave with your head held high, knowing that, listen, I did everything. I've had clients where I sat down with, and I did everything I could to get them to move ahead. They wouldn't move ahead, and that's fine. I knew that I did what I could, and that's their choice. So you got to be convinced that you're doing everything you can to make that happen. So you're not coming out of the point and be like, I should have said this, I should have done that, I didn't do this. You got to get to that point where you're doing that. Whatever you got to do to get convinced, you got to do that. Okay? So hope that helps. You guys have a great day, okay? Take care.